Frikadellen are a type of burger that are very popular in Germany or other countries like Denmark. This is an easy version with basic seasonings where I have used raw onions. Normally you fry the onions first, and normally you fry the frikadellen in lots of hot oil, but I've baked mine in the oven because it's much less messy and smelly and a little bit healthier. This is my first cooking video. There's a lot of outtakes which I've left in, and I filmed it in old style black and white because I wanted to be creative. Hello, well today we're in the kitchen and we're going to make German Frikadellen. Oh, here's the cat. Yeah, I'm going to try to cook German Frikadellen, but there's a cat. This recipe is from my ex-husband's mom. You reckon my video? Yeah, I know, you're beautiful. I was married to a German and she made the most lovely frikadellen and she gave me the recipe. Now it's nothing fancy, she's an older lady. If you look on YouTube or anywhere for German frikadellen recipes, you'll find ginger, nutmeg, all sorts of different herbs and spices. This one just has a spoon of dried parsley, a spoon of salt, and a spoon of paprika, and that's it. The only other thing I want to say about authentic German frikadellen, by the way, the burgers, meat things, you'll see in a minute anyway, is in Germany if you go to buy mince, it'll be half beef, half pork mixed together. That's the standard. It's called Hackfleisch, chopped up meat, yeah? Now I have stopped eating pork. Well, when I lived in Germany I had to go on a German course where 90% of the other people were from Syria and therefore Muslims, and the guy who sat next to me was telling me why Muslims don't eat pork, and it's because pigs are considered absolutely filthy animals. The skin is really thick, and so all the toxins and poisons can't get out like they do in other animals. So the flesh of a pig is just vile and really bad for you and will lead to death. And he said to me, just please don't eat pork. And I don't know, it made me feel sick. So I'm doing my frikadella just with beef and not pork. But if for an authentic one, like they eat in Germany or Denmark for example, you use half beef, half pork. I've waffled on enough. Let's get on making my ex-husband's mum's frikadellen. Okay, so these are the ingredients. We've got 12% fat beef mince. Don't use really low fat meat or it just won't taste right. 1 onion, 1 egg, as I already said, 1 heaped teaspoon each of salt, dried parsley and paprika. And here what you're going to see is a bread roll, or parmesan call it, floating around in a bowl of water. Now that's supposed to be old bread, and the lady who showed me the recipe would let her bread go old for a few days. I bought that yesterday and it's a crusty carb bread roll. Looked about as authentic to the German ones as I could find. I bought it from Sainsbury's. Popped it in the water, leave it there for 15 to 20 minutes, and then what you do is wring it out. Use that instead of breadcrumbs basically. Yeah, interesting. Anyway, that's what you need, and let's get making. Right, I'm just going to very quickly demonstrate squeezing out the water. You see that it's soaked up all the water. You just kind of squeeze that, give it a squidge and get as much water out as you can. But don't worry about it too much. I bet my face looks weird while I'm doing that, doesn't it? Don't look if it does. Close your eyes. Right, that'll do. So you can see, I took most of the water out and I've put it in the big bowl. And we're going to add all the other ingredients now. Hang on a minute. The only other thing I forgot to mention is chop your onions as finely as you can. I'm not very good at chopping onions finely. But that's fine. Yeah. So everything's in a bowl. Just got the onions going in now. Sorry. This is what I like. I'm single, by the way. I don't know if anybody else hasn't got a partner. Sometimes you miss the conversation, and I found myself making really strange noises. Anyway, everything's in the bowl. Excuse me, I start doing that. I can't help it. Everything's in the bowl, and get your hands in. Get your hands in. If you start doing it with a spoon, it's going to take it all day. If you don't want it to be quite so messy, you can put flour on your hands. And just keep doing that just until it's all mixed up together. It'll be a bit soggy because of the bread and the egg. Yeah. Just do that. Look, I've got my camera on a tripod, right? And it was a really cheap tripod. The camera's too heavy. So if I try and point it down, it collapses. I've already trapped my finger once. So I'm bending down. Anyway, look, this is the finished mixture. Look. Yeah. That's going to make, I reckon, about 8 frikadellen. What you're supposed to do is me again. What you're supposed to do is fry them, right? You're supposed to fry them. Actual instructions from ex-husband, unfortunately, was fry them in loads of oil at a high-ish temperature until they look burnt. I did that and they were delicious. I'm not doing it today. I'm roasting them in the oven. I've got it on 180 degrees, fan oven, 30 minutes, heating up, and I'm going to bung them in there until they look like they're nearly burnt. Now, till they're nice and brown. You should fry them really and then drain them on kitchen paper. If you want your kitchen to stink of burnt oil, go ahead. This video is ridiculous, isn't it? Sorry. I'm getting there though. So there they are, 8 meat pates. Shaped them with my hands, formed them into light balls. There was probably enough for about 9 or 10, but I've only got a small oven, so I've done the best I can. I've got them on 180. I think I've already said that. Oh my god, nice. Fan oven for about half an hour. Yeah, let's see what they look like. Yes, well they took about 45 minutes. In the wrong place again. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's alright. Maybe a bit heavy on the paprika. Anyway, you're supposed to serve them like cold, so leave them to chill in the fridge and they firm up a bit then. Serve in a nice crusty bread roll with some salad and some remoulade, which is like a Danish mayonnaise with herbs in. You can buy it. You can buy it at Ocado on Amazon. I just ordered some. Hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, a bit heavy on the paprika. Apart from that, it's nice.